Hi, my name is Amirul Hadi Amaohi. I'm from 5XBME1. So for today, I'm doing assignment for fundamental airline economy, which is this video. I've been given a title which is Airbus A350 versus A380 in aircraft efficiencies. Okay, before we go further, let me explain a little bit about Airbus. Where it come from, where is the factory. So I will tell you about Airbus history. Airbus SE is a European corporation registered in Netherlands and trading share in France, Germany and Spain. It designs, manufactures and sells civil and military aeronautical products worldwide and manufactured in multiple countries both inside and outside of the European Union. In addition to its primary civil aeroplane business, the company has two divisions for other products and services: defense and space and helicopters. The latter being the largest in the industry in terms of revenue and turbine helicopter deliveries. The company's main civil aeroplane business is based in Blagnac, France and suburbs of Toulouse. In production and manufacturing facility mainly in France, Germany, Spain, China, United Kingdom and the US or United States. Final assembly production is based on Toulouse, France, Hamburg, Germany, Seville, Spain, Tianjin, China and Mobile, Alabama, United States. The company produced and marketed the first commercially viable digital fly-by-wire aircraft. An A350 was delivered to Singapore Airlines on 14 October 2016. The global Airbus fleet having performed more than 110 million flights over 215 billion kilometers, carrying 12 billion passengers. Airbus Corporate's headquarters is located in Leiden, Netherlands, and the main office is located in Toulouse, France. The company is led by CEO Thomas Enders and is a component of the Euro Stock 50 stock market index. Okay, next for current issue based on these two aircraft, which is A380 and A350s. A380s has been involved in 2 aviation occurrences and no hull loss accident with no fatalities. On 4 November 2010, Qantas Flight 32 route from Singapore Changi Airport to Sydney Airport suffered an uncontained engine failure, resulting in a series of related problems and forcing the flight to make an emergency landing. The plane safely returned to Singapore. There were no injuries to the passenger, crew or people on the ground, despite debris falling into Indonesia island of Batam. The A380 was damaged sufficiently for the event to be classified as an accident. Okay, but for A350, there had no event involving a passenger death or any other significant safety occurrence since the aircraft entered service in 2015. Third point is future analytics based on these two aircraft. For A380s, I read an article from Tim Harper's titled "A Decade After Debut, First A380s Jumbos to be Broken Up." It states a German investment company said it would strip 2 unwanted Airbus A380 Super Jumbo passenger jets for parts after failing to find an airline willing to keep them flying following a decision by Singapore Airlines not to keep them in service. The decision by Dortmund-based Dr. Peters Group deals a fresh blow to the ground market effort to maintain market interest in the double-decker barely 10 years after it went into service, hailed by heads of state as a symbol of European ambitions. Physically, it is not good for Airbus, but this is very large aircraft with a small second-hand market, said UK-based aerospace analyst Howard Wilder. Despite strong reviews for its quiet and spacious cabin, demand for the 554-seaters has fallen as many airlines drop the industry's largest 4 engines in favor of smaller twin-engine ones that are more efficient and easier to fill. Okay, now let's review about A350 future analytics. From article, how does the future look for the Airbus A350 by No Ages? So, does the A350 actually fit in this already crowded space? Maybe not. The good news is that Airbus has 778 orders for the A350 placed by 41 customers, of which the Qatar Airways order is the largest for a total of 80 aircraft. However, Emirates decided earlier this year to cancel their order for 70s for this type of A350s. Airbus. Increasingly, the A350 looks more like an alternative to the B777s, Boeing 777s. Most orders are for the larger A350-900 and -1000 series, offering between 315 to 369 seats. Only 32 of the 778 orders are for the smaller A350-800 series. Recognizing this, Airbus announced earlier this year that they will be bringing out a new version of the A330, the A330 Neo, reportedly in 2017.
Okay, next, what are the benefits of studying this issue? We all know that economics is the study of how people decide to use resources of an individual and a collective basis. It examines the kinds of work people do and how much time they spend doing it. Economy also looks at production, investment, taxation, and how people spend and save money. Before you go commit yourself to spending time and effort studying economics, it helps to know the advantage of doing so. So the first benefit is prepare for the future. Studying economics on aircraft helps you to prepare for the future. You have a grasp of the economic principles that affect your career prospect, investment decisions, and retirement strategies. While others people are more uncertain about economy and how to adjust to changing conditions, you can make better informed choice and come up with ideas to deal with problems and benefit from the opportunities.